Solve for theta in the interval 0 to 2 pi for the equation sine 3 theta plus sine 4 theta equals 0. In this equation, it might not be a good idea to use sum of angle identity because you will introduce an angle theta plus 3 theta to replace 4 theta and then a cosine function. It's better to do an observation. If you think about the angle 3 theta as angle A and the angle 4 theta as angle B, then you have a relationship here. Sine of angle A plus sine of angle B equals 0. All we need is a relationship between 3 theta and 4 theta in order to solve for the value of theta. That is all we need to know, is a relationship. So when you add sine of an angle plus sine of another angle and get 0, what it tells you is sine of A must equals negative sine of B. Or you just subtract sine of B on both sides of the equation. What does this tell us? It tells us the relationship of angle A and angle B. So if you take a look at the sign of sine's function, sine's function is positive on the first two quadrants and negative in the third and the fourth quadrant. So if you have an angle A right here, that's angle A. Angle B must be negative and have the same reference angle. So this is your angle B. Okay, going this way. In order for you to have a negative sine's value that is the same as the sine value of angle A. So what is the relationship between angle A and angle B? There's only two possibilities. So either A equal negative B. And you can even imply this relationship by looking at the identity. So what's the identity? The identity tells us that sine of negative x equals negative sine of x. So what it's telling you is the angle inside is negative of each other. Okay, so A must equals negative B. Or there's another relationship is angle A plus pi must equals B. Now how do you see that? Well, take a look at a different graph. Again, you're looking at positive and negative sign of the sine's function. Give you a random angle. Okay, so that's your angle A. What sine's value, what angle will give you negative of sine's angle A? Well, it has to fall into the fourth and the third quadrant. Okay, so it has to fall into the third quadrant right here or the fourth quadrant. So if it's in the fourth quadrant right here, okay, B, we already know the angle B is negative of A or A is negative of the angle B. But what if it's right here? What is this angle? So this angle B will be a degree plus 180 degree. Okay, so all the angle A plus pi to get to this angle B. So these are the two relationships. And these two relationships tell us for our equation. So A is 3 theta. B is 4 theta. So 3 theta equals negative 4 theta. That's the first relationship. Second relationship is 3 theta plus pi equal 4 theta. So those are the two relationships. What's more, if you rotate the angle B 2 pi, so 360 degrees, you end up at the same angle. That means you can rotate it 2k pi and they are still equal. So these two relationships is going to give you all the solution for theta. Now solving the first equation, okay, so you add 4 theta on both sides of the equation. You will get 7 theta equals 2k pi. So theta will equals 2k pi over 7. The second relationship, okay, so right here, we can subtract 4 theta on both sides, or we can subtract 3 theta on both sides and subtract 2k pi on both sides. So what it's going to give us is theta equal, and you should try to solve it yourself, okay? Theta will equal pi minus 2k pi. Plus or minus 2k pi is going to be the same because minus 2k pi is telling you rotate it the other way. But it's the same as rotate counterclockwise if you do minus 2k pi or plus 2k pi. So there's essentially the same. So now how do we find the theta that is within 0 to 2 pi? Well, we plug in value for k. So when k equal the value 0. So what do we get for theta? When k equals 0, theta equal, plug in 0 for the first theta value, we get 2 times 0 pi over 7, so 0. Plug in 0 on the second solution, you get pi minus 2 times 0. So pi is the solution. So now the next value you're going to plug in is 1. So when you plug in 1 for the first solution, you get 2 pi over 7. But when you plug in 1 to the second value, so pi minus 2 pi, you get negative pi. Negative pi is not in our interval. So negative pi is not in the interval, so we don't take that one. So then you continue plugging in value. So plug in the value 2. You get 4 pi over 7. You plug in more value, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So you get 6 pi over 7, 8 pi over 7, 10 pi over 7, and 12 pi over 7. Now what happens when you plug in the number 7? Well, again, the bottom one is going to be our range. On the top one is 2 times 7 pi divided by 7. The answer is 2 pi. 2 pi is not included in the interval. Okay, so you get 2 pi for 7. So that's it, you're done. 7's too big. You don't need to plug in 8, 9, and so on. You stop. So this gives us 7 solution. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 solution actually, because this equation only gives us 1 solution that is inside the range.